To begin, we'll come onto the ground once again, so into a comfortable seated position. And then lower down onto our back. Ready, Evie? There we go. Coming down onto our back, we'll bring our hands by our side, bring our heels up under the knees, and then taking our palms down into the earth, inhale big, and exhale, press evenly into both palms so that we can hug the shoulders, the outer edges of the shoulders down into the earth, and then tuck the shoulder blades in towards one another. Keeping equal pressure down in the hands and the forearms, slightly draw them apart so we can bring more space to the front of the chest. And then with our feet pressing evenly, we'll lift all 10 toes to make sure that we're grounded in all 4 corners of the feet. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, lift your hips away from the ground if that feels right to you. And then as we exhale, gently lower the hips back down towards the earth. When we're ready, we'll inhale and gently lift the hips up and away from the ground. Exhale, taking it back down towards the earth. Good. We'll do this 2 or 3 more times, depending on how you're feeling today. Each time we come up, we're looking for a little more space in the front of the hips. Good. Each time we come down, we're looking for good control in the back, good, and in the legs. Once we get to that last one, we'll totally come all the way down onto the ground. Good. Gently take the knees from left to right. Good. Swishing out any tension in the lower back, in the pelvic bowl, in the hips. Exhaling down, inhaling up. We'll do that one more time. Ready? Bring them up and to the left. Good. Take it all the way up. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. All the way onto our hands and knees. Coming onto the hands and knees, we'll then grasp the floor with both hands and pull the torso forward to stretch the core. Taking our hips back towards the heels, we open the back and drop the forehead towards the earth. Inhale, bring it forward to stretch the core. Exhale, take it back to stretch the back. Good, we'll do that 2 or 3 more times, depending on how we're feeling today. And each time we come forward and back, maybe we get a little bit more range of motion. Now, if coming on the knees like we are, you're thinking, oof, that's a bit much for my knees. We can always take your mat, fold it, double it over. Good, and then this will allow for a little bit more cushioning of the knee. Coming back into your child's pose as far down as you can comfortably. We can always place a pillow or a block under the forehead, a pillow or a block between the hips and heels, and maybe a rolled blanket under the ankles, if that's helpful. One more big breath in, and we exhale long. Inhale, go ahead and bring yourself all the way back up, and we'll straighten out the mat. Nice job. From here, let's get into our back a little bit further by dropping the tailbone down, lifting up through the lower back, releasing the head down in between those arms, and then lifting the tailbone up, allowing the belly button to come down, opening the chest and lifting the chin. We exhale and round for cat. We inhale and release for cow. Good, and we'll do a few more of these. Now, if we have fusion of the spine and flexing it in this way is not appropriate, keep the back more neutral and simply lift and lower the heart. The shoulder blades move independent of the spine. So we can bring more movement and flexibility into our back by simply working the shoulders up and down and releasing some tension around the spine by doing what I like to call little heart push-ups. Okay, here we go. It's our last one. Whether it's a cat-cow or a heart push-up. And take it back and down. Brilliant work. We're going to release our hips to our heels. Again, the toes can be flipped if taking the feet flat is uncomfortable. And reach our arms all the way up to the sky. Beautiful work. Interlacing the fingers, take them to the back of the head. And just for a moment here, lean back into the hands, stretching the core, pulling the belly button back towards the spine, and broadening across the front of the heart. 2 more breaths here. Good. With our last breath. Beautiful work. We're going to go ahead and take our hands back down to the earth. Let's strengthen our backs now, coming forward on the mat, and then releasing the belly all the way down to the ground. It starts with the feet, pressing the tops of the feet down. Lift the knees away from the ground so that the thighs become engaged, the glutes become engaged. And then taking our hands under the shoulders, draw the elbows back towards the hips to help lift the shoulders. Good. Hug the arms in towards the side. And maybe the heart starts to raise up off the ground without a lot of pressure in the hands. When we're ready, we can exhale, release the forehead down towards the earth. And then again, pull the elbows back, push the feet down. Maybe the shoulders come back broad and open. We exhale to release. And we'll do that one more time. Here we go. Bringing the back up. Good, but through muscular strength, not by pushing with the hands. And exhale to release. Awesome. Coming up to our hands and knees, we can decide, would we like to slide back into a child's pose once again to open our back? Or would we like to tuck the toes under and lift the heels? Good, back, and send the hips up to come into a down dog. Maybe wagging our tail, pedaling out our feet, just getting a bigger stretch across the spine and back. Now, really important thing to note here in our down dog, the knees can be bent, the hips can be pushed back. This will allow for spine extension rather than the legs being straight and getting shoved up into the wrists. That won't do as much for opening up the back. Good, a few more breaths here, whether we're in our down dog or our child's pose is completely up to you. One more big breath in, and we exhale long. Brilliant work. Okay, come all the way up and into a comfortable seated position, whatever that might be for you.